Crossy Posse Packer Nation. Welcome to another episode of Packcast, the podcast where not to be Packers fan, but it sure does help. What's going on, everybody? Decided it was time to do a little Q&A action. It's been a little bit, and plus, to be honest, I'm too tired to make a video, so I was like, I shall talk to the peoples. I'll talk to the posse, and we'll talk to the Packer Nation and or Bears and or Vikings and or any random other team affiliation that is on this current channel. What's going on, everyone? I see. Oh, here we go. Look at this. We're already climbing. We're all people came out tonight. They were like, "Hey, yo, here we go." Draft prospect video. Yes, there will be draft prospects video. Oh, yes, there will be drafts. There will be plenty of draft videos, especially after the season ends and we start getting to the the dark times and that kind of gap between the Super Bowl and also the draft. So yeah, we'll be taking a look at that and calling it a day. Who do I want to win the Super Bowl? I'd be cool with literally anybody but the Patriots at this point. Anybody but the Patriots. McGiggle Mouse coming out of nowhere with a $1.99 donation saying hashtag Grassy Posse, and we're off rolling. And here we go. Thank you, McGiggle Mouse. Greatly appreciate that. Very much so. Let's see what we got here going on. Brown. So yeah, here's what's going to happen. I know the voting happened for the Eagles and the Browns, and the Eagles were able to squeak one out. However, we're going to do something a little crazy. Tomorrow is going to be a Browns fan reaction because people have been asking for weeks. They're like, Tom, all of your things are always so sad. It's always the teams that blow it. Can't you do a happy one? Oh, do I have something in store for you? So that'll be out tomorrow night. And then Saturday, we'll do an Eagles one. So I'm going to give you a double dose this weekend, and we'll have a good time with that. So yeah, the Browns one is coming, I promise. Daniel, what's going on? Good to see you, bud. Sean with a $1.99 donation says you should listen to words that look like TA13000 by Denzel Curry. All right. I'll check that out. I definitely shall. I'll take a gander. Yeah, if I have power. Oh, look, my dad's here. Dad's in the chat. Quick, post all of your cowboy memes fast. Make sure you do it. Yeah, that'll be good to go. So we'll be doing 2 reaction videos this weekend, and of course we will be streaming both games on Sunday, starting with the NFC Championship game and then the AFC Championship game, and it's going to be a good time. Can you help me take a toaster bath because of the Packers season? Yeah. Never mind. The Bears lost the wild card. It does help. It definitely does help. Yep. You're getting both streams this week. Taboo. Oh, politically conscientious rap. All right. I'll check that out. Got 100 on your finals. Hells to the yeah. That's awesome. Who's winning the Super Bowl? Oh God. I hope anyone but the Patriots, but I feel like it's going to be the Patriots again. I feel like we're going to get struck down and Tom Brady's going to do something and I'm going to cry every single time. Any tip for an audio editing amateur? God, cry. Just cry so much. Just so much. That's all I can tell you. Audio is easy when you start doing video. Once you start doing video, then you really wish for a toaster bath and things get so much worse. But tips, prepare to have some patience. There have been plenty of times where this has taken me hours to edit. So yeah. What's promo 2 at the Super Bowl? Turn off the Xbox. Love it. Tom, when you hit 1 million, remember me. Of course, George. It'll be like 6 years until that happens. So Bernardo Gonzalez with a $1.99 donation saying trade up for Nick Bosa. And here we go. Yeah, I've already started seeing about what we're going to be doing for the draft. I don't think we can trade up for Nick Bosa unless we give up a ton. And while he would be like the guy, he's the cream of the crop, some would say. I don't think I don't think we're going to get him, buddy. I'm sorry. But the good news is, considering how defensively heavy this draft is, I think we'll get our guy at 12. I really think we can. Do you expect Cobb to come back this year? I don't. I find that he will be on another team, most likely. That's what I would guess. Rank the possible Super Bowl matchups from best to worst. Oof. Okay. I see, because that's the thing. I was saying about this last week. I think every single game or every single matchup could be good. But the worst one, well, I know like Saints Patriots. God, I don't know because they're all so good. I think the best one would just be a Monday Night Football rematch between the Rams and the Chiefs. Maybe the Rams and Patriots wouldn't be so great. Maybe that'd be on the lower end. Saints Patriots would be great, and I feel like Saints Chiefs would be real. I feel like they're all really good. As a football fan, I'm gonna be happy with whoever wins. As someone who doesn't want to see the Patriots in it for the 6 kajillionth time, I just don't want the Patriots to win. So yeah, trade away Rodgers for Bosa. No. Where do I assume Bosa will go? Top 5. I don't think he's going to be. I think he's going to make it out of the top 5. Let's see. Thoughts on the changes we made so far on the coaching ones? I'm happy with our sexy head coach, Matt LeFleur. I'm glad we kept Pettine. I think that was something that we definitely needed to do. But I mean, the Jacksonville coach, a lot of people have been saying like, oh, he's never had anyone good to work with when he was in Buffalo and when he was in Jacksonville. And that's all true. And I mean, like he had one really good season about bringing the Jaguars offense to the AFC Championship game. They were doing phenomenally. I guess that's what LaFleur is hoping for. I mean, that's what I'm hoping for too. I'm not that confident, to be completely honest. We'll see. Trade our 12 and next year for a top for Bosa. I mean, it's risky, but if you want to get the number one guy, maybe you do that. Do you think we should re-sign Mo Wilkerson? He didn't play enough for me to even make an accurate analysis on him. I wouldn't be surprised either way, though, because the guy played, 3 games and then he got hurt. So I honestly have no idea what they're going to wind up doing with him because he didn't make a difference either way at all. Deshaun Jackson to the Packers? Please, God, no. The guy is so injury prone. He only has his speed, which is dwindling every single year. And while he had I think he had a big beginning of the year with Fitzmagic. I don't want it. I think Rodgers is going to have a better connection and chemistry with the receivers in the second year, especially if Cobb goes, which I think he will, since we're not going to be able to lean on him anymore. I think they'll build a bigger chemistry or better chemistry. So we shall see. We definitely will. Do you think the Packers will rebound next season? I wouldn't be surprised if they don't. And I don't want everyone to freak out if they don't make the playoffs again. I think it's going to take another year, but I'd be happy with it if, we wound up doing it. McGiggle Mouse, I missed your donation for a $2.99 donation. Say, can you count how much Packers merch you have? I literally could not. Let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 hats alone. Yeah, there's a lot. Like a copious amount of merchandise. I'm just looking around and I don't even know where to begin. There's so much stuff. Just so much stuff. I honestly don't even know what to do. So a lot. That's the answer to that question. Caden with a $2.99 says, let's rip up Kirk's contract and burn it. You know it's bad when a Vikings fan is coming into a Packers fan stream, donating and saying, but it's bad. It's real bad. Now, here, Vikings fans, I'll give you some solace. It was his first year with a new team. And that's all I got for you. I mean, again, he's a fine quarterback, but that's all he is. He's fine. Not like fine. He's fine. Like he's middle of the road, okay guy, never going to light up the field. I still don't understand the $84 million, but I mean, I'm happy with it because it helps out the Packers at the end of the day. So we'll see. Do you think Hearns will be able to play a snap in 2019? I think when he got surgery, he said that he was going to be able to. Hopefully. I mean, because that was nasty, to say the least. All right. Tampa Bay Productions with $1.99 says, what moves do you think we'll make? This is going to be me being optimistic. I think we are going to dip our toe in free agency. I know that we've thought that for years, but Ted Thompson's gone, and considering Gutekunst was a little bit aggressive last year, I think we're going to be even more aggressive this year. The safety video that I put out last night, I would love to get a safety, either a high-end safety or at least a guy that I know can be reliable, because we haven't even had that in quite some time. So I think we're going to get a safety or some kind of backfield help, and then we're going to focus on the draft with a pass rusher, and then maybe get a safety in some of the later rounds, like number 2 or number 3. Son of Sparta, a $2 donation, said the Bears need a kicker, so they should sign Hunt. So true. So true, because at least he's on target. That's a terrible joke, and I'm a terrible person for saying that. Just for even saying that. Geo, 99-cent donation, no question, but thank you very much. I greatly appreciate that. The Vikings should have kept Case Keenum, Luke. I agree. They would have saved a bunch of money and, maybe gotten back to the NFC Championship or at least the playoffs. Kiefer with a $1.99 donation says, do you think Trubisky will improve even more? I do. I do think, to the chagrin of Packers fans everywhere, I do think Trubisky is going to have a better year next year. He did make a big jump between years 1 and year 2. I mean, he's just got to lock down on some of those mistakes. And the thing is, he doesn't have to do much. I don't think he's ever going to be, and this is just from 2 years of watching him, he's never going to be that elite quarterback. You never know what kind of adjustments he makes. But at the same time, I think that defense is going to allow them to be constantly playoff contenders because, one, there's not a lot of turnover coming next year except for Adrian Amos, who is going. But I don't think you need him to be elite. You just need him to cut down on some of the mistakes, and you're going to be just fine. So where will Antonio Brown play next year? I think 49ers, maybe even the Jets, but I think the Jets are going to definitely land Bell. That's what I would think. We'll see. McGiggle Mouse, so $1.99 donation. Will you stream the Super Bowl on your channel? See, here's the thing. Right now, it's a maybe, because the one thing I don't want is I don't want to stream the Super Bowl. This is going to sound bad. And then people are off going to parties or doing things, and it's going to kind of just be me sitting alone watching the Super Bowl. So I haven't made a decision yet. I'll let you know when I do, though. Right now, I'm leaning towards yes, but that could change. You never know. We will see. Do you think the Bears will sign Hunt? No, I don't think they will. No. Let's see. Oh, God. There's things happening. So much things. Playing with $1.50 donation. Thank you very much. Will I ever destroy the toaster? Never. This baby got me through the season, unless the bath breaks it. Who will win the Super Bowl? Right now, the number one favorites that I have are the Patriots. And that's the thing, even the predictions, some of you called this out too. I said that the Rams were a better team, and I think they are, but I still think they're going to lose to the Saints. So I think the Saints they're the second best. They have the second best chance to actually win it. Mr. Lipboy, thank you for $1.99 donation. Says, Bear thoughts in 2019. Well, we're talking about the animal. I would think crapping in the woods would probably be your number one priority. Maybe climbing a tree, trying to find some honey. One of those kind of things. But if you're talking about the Chicago Bears, I think the number one thing that you really need to start shoring up is really nothing on defense. Your defense is fine on that end. Maybe giving Trubisky another weapon, potentially drafting a young wide receiver. I know you got Robinson, who's been doing pretty well for you. You're set at running back, maybe O-line. That's the only kind of weakness that I can identify right now is your offensive line. And even that, it's not terrible. So maybe the O-line, giving Trubisky a little bit more time to throw. That would be my number one thing. Gio at $1.99 says, I like the Dolphins and Green Bay Packers. Well, both of them led you to misery, but at least the Dolphins beat the Patriots. So you got that going for you. That's the thing. Where'd the toaster thing come from? I think I just said it randomly during the beginning of the season when we were on one of our losing streaks. And I was like, man, time to go take a bath with the toaster. And then it just kind of grew up from there. Sean started doing #ToasterGang, and it just came from there. Dan, would you consider trading down from 12 to acquire both the Raiders and 20? So the 24th and 27th pick if possible? No. The Packers never pick in the top 15. I want to pick in the top 15. We need to get, so for example, look at the Saints and how they go 7-9 2 years in a row. The way that they're able to rebound was not just because they stuck with everybody, is because they got really high draft picks. They drafted really, really well and were able to bounce back. I think we need to do the same. So we need to get the highest draft pick that we possibly can, not a plethora of them. We really need to go for value here. That's what my opinion is. So we'll see with that. Who should the Bears get a kicker? Gostowski, I think, is going to be a free agent. Why don't you go for him? $1 donation, but it says message retracted. Thank you, message retracted. Much appreciated. Taurine with a $1.99 donation says, will the Bears trade Jordan Howard for a pick? I think Cohen's the more explosive guy. I think Howard is underrated, but I mean, you could afford to lose him. I don't know what value you'd get out of him. Maybe a third? That'd be my guess. Maybe you'd get a third out of him. But I see the Bears just keeping him. Do you watch The Masked Singer? No, I'd rather punch myself in the urethra. Please. Never. Hunter with a $1.99 donation says, what teams have a great season next year? The Cleveland Browns. Lock it up, baby. They're gonna have a great season. I think obviously you're gonna have the contenders that you have right now in the championship games. There are still gonna be contenders next year. If I had to pull like a complete wild card out of my tuchus, and I would say in the NFC, if I had to take a stab at anybody, let's go. God, I'm trying to think. They're all maybe. You know what? I say the Falcons because they finally fired Steve Sarkisian. So I say the Falcons are going to have a good run. Actually, and or the 49ers because they're getting Garoppolo back. The 49ers might be, which by the way, total side note, if you heard about Marquise Goodwin, good God, nothing but good thoughts going out to him and his family. Losing twins this year, lost his son to a premature birth last year. And his dad, really like heartbreaking stuff. And the guy seems nothing like he's just a stand-up dude. So that was just brutal to read about yesterday, and nothing but good thoughts going out to his family. But I feel like the 49ers could make a bounce back. I think they can. They hoped that for this year, but that didn't work out as well as they wanted it to. But it's going to happen. I apologize. This is moving quickly. $2 donation from Plain Fan says, what will it take for you to root for the Bears? Me to die and be reincarnated as a literal bear and being like, that's what it would take. Or $7 million. But then I would secretly still be a Packers fan, but I would be a $7 million richer Packers fan. But I pretend to root for the Bears, right? But secretly I would upload on a secret channel that no one would ever find except Packer fans. So I would do both. So $7 million. We should re-sign Breland. Completely agree. No, Ray, please God, no. I don't want to trade out for a buttload of picks. We need to get it in top 15. We really, really need to. Yep, since 2008. Yep, Browns, they've had a sad history of just sadness. It's just so sad. But I hope nothing but good things go on their way. I like the Browns. They deserve it. And I like Baker Mayfield. DNTTM, idiot, right? Idiot? No, sorry. A $2 donation says, when do you think Aaron will retire? I mean, it depends. I mean, getting concussions isn't good. I think it completely depends on his health. The guy can play for at least another 5 years at a high level, I would think. And hopefully, he plays as long as Brady does, but I think at least another 5 years. At least I would hope. Ishmael, a $1.99 donation says, from time you spent, what do you think Murphy saw in Matt? Again, the number one thing before we even knew that we were going to hire Matt LaFleur, because those mother lovers got to hiring him before I was able to put out the video. The number one thing that they were looking at is who's going to have the best relationship with Aaron Rodgers. I think that LaFleur fit that bill from the relationship that he had in Atlanta with Matt Ryan, leading him to an MVP season, that he has that experience. The fact that, and he mentioned this in the hiring process or the little press conference thing that they did, the fact that he went from the Rams, which had like an amazing offense last year, that he could have stayed there and continued to not call plays, and he would have been the belle of the ball this year during the offseason of getting hired. But he went to Tennessee to get the experience of calling plays. I think it's just he's the guy you want for an offensively minded team. So I think that's what he saw in him. That's a total guess, though, because, again, I'm still just a Packers fan in my basement. So what do I think about Stafford? Tough son of a gun. Grossly underrated by his own team, his own city, and the NFL as a whole. That's what I think. The Giants will have a bounce-back season if they get a new quarterback and they learn how to protect Eli Manning or whoever their new quarterback is going to be. That guy who just declared, what's his face? That guy. Kiefer, $1.99. Would you die if Mac broke Aaron's collarbone? I would be very upset. Yes. And his collarbone would be very upset. Either one. Gary, the $3.99 donation says, will Packers get any offensive players, or trade, or free agency? I think free agency for the offensive side of the ball. I know a bunch of people want wide receivers, and I'm going to have a wide receiver breakdown on the show. We definitely don't need running back, obviously. I can see them potentially getting someone for the offensive line just to shore up some depth there. So that on the offensive side of the ball, I know that's probably not what you wanted, but that and wide receiver, I really don't want one. Considering the number one wide receiver besides Antonio Brown is like Golden Tate, which he should never, ever, ever be a Packer. Ever. No, not after the Fail Mary. I will never forgive. So yeah, maybe offensive line. That's the number one I can see. That's really the only where I can see them going for that, but we shall see. Rodgers should have sat. I know. Well, we're also, yeah, I know. Let's see. Draft a safety or an edge rusher first. Edge rusher. Definitely edge rusher. Definitely. What do you think about Adam Gase's eyes in the press conference? Either really nervous, a lot of drugs, both. But if I was a Jets fan, I don't know how confident I'd be feeling. I don't even know why the Jets hired him to begin with. He sucked in Miami. I mean, I know he didn't have a lot to work with, but no. Torian with a $1.99 donation says, was Ryan Pace robbed of Executive of the Year? Yeah, you could have given it to him. I think you could have. He had a freaking amazing season, and it's hard to think of another guy who really was kind of up there with him. So, yeah. It's rumored that Cam Newton will sit out the 2019 season because of his shoulder injury. If it happens, do you think the Panthers could sign Cap? I don't see a future where Colin Kaepernick comes back to the NFL. Just kind of surface level take. I don't see it happening. I don't see him coming back to any team for a number of reasons. The number one being, I think he's essentially, I want to say blacklisted, but blacklisted from the NFL. I don't see it happening. Sorry about that though. Who do the Vikings need in kicker? I hear Cody Parkey needs a job. Let's see. I die with a $2 donation. Do you think Jones will be set back? What do you mean? Do you think he's going to be held back? I think he's going to have the best year of his career next year. Quite honestly, looking at what LaFleur's offenses have done, considering, like, look at Derrick Henry last year. So Derrick Henry, he's also, Todd Gurley. It was obviously a different case, but I think that he's going to lean heavily on the running side of the offense. And I think he was definitely a top 10. The Titans were in top 10. I think they were number 7 off the top of my head when it came to running last year. So, yeah, no, I think Aaron Jones is going to have an amazing year. Make a video of the best free agents. I already did that for safeties. We're just going to kind of go through topic by topic, and we'll take it from there. Let's see. Yeah, I know, Junior. I know. No Golden Tate. Never Golden Tate. Never Golden Tate. All right, did I catch up on all the donations? I think I did. I think we're good. Okay. Now I can actually start looking at questions again? Yes. Okay. Phew. All right. We're good, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. We'll have the best season next year based on current stats and or rumors about future players. Again, I think Aaron Jones is going to have a phenomenal season. If I had to look at rookie wide receivers this year, I think Equanimeous St. Brown is going to have a good year. But watch out for Geronimo Allison, especially, if Cobb leaves. Geronimo Allison was on his way to be having a great year before he got injured. And I hope that he could get back to the same kind of form next year, because he was looking good, and he was catching those long balls and TDs. So I was definitely pumped about it. We shall see. We should get Matt Flynn back. Oh, Matt Flynn for the win. I love Matt Flynn so much. Do we go with a tight end with the Saints pick? Not the worst thing. But again, I told you from the beginning I wasn't happy with Jimmy Graham getting signed. All of you were like, I told you. But fun fact, I was looking at the stats the other day, and everyone's talking about how we shouldn't have let Jared Cook go. He actually... Jimmy Graham basically doubled what Jared Cook did. Now I know Jared Cook was injured the year he is, but you also don't look at it with rose-colored glasses, because he wasn't that productive. I know he was injured, but he just had that one amazing catch in the playoffs. But We do need a tight end and someone who's actually the future. But see what Rob Tanyan does. Can't hurt, right? I think Tanyan could be given a shot. What do you think the Bears need to draft? Again, OL, I would think. Sean's back. What's up? Let's see. Kumaro? Absolutely. Bring back that beautiful man. Only because, not just because of the memes and how much we love saying his name and Kumaro, but because Rodgers seems to have a relationship with him. And especially if Cobb goes, that's going to be few and far between. So besides Devontae Adams, everyone else is going to be there for what? Like a year besides Geronimo Allison. So yeah, I say you keep Kumaro just for the relationship that he and the connection he has with Rodgers. I know another $2 donation says, why do you keep looking at your empty notebook? It is not empty, actually. So, got him. It's habit, too, from recording videos like this, and I constantly look at my notes. So, it's the Browns season reaction stuff. Spoilers. Let's see. You also have to think about how Cook is on the Raiders. Yeah, no, he's great on the Raiders. No, I agree. He's definitely really good on the Raiders. I don't know if you re-sign him, though. I really don't know if you do. Getting Cook back, because it feels like we're just flip-flopping now. Procini, you came back with a $1.99 donation. Do you like NHL, MLB, NBA teams? I'm all Philly. I don't. I used to watch a little baseball back in the day and then stopped. I don't watch NHL. I would like to, but I really don't have enough time in the day. And then NBA, I'm just bored. Every now and then I'll watch college basketball during March Madness and I'll be like, go teams. And then I'll move on with my life and that'll be it. How much do you hate the Lions? I don't. I pity them. Let's see. Sephora, what's going on? D-Ram. Oh, hold up now. D-Ram here. O-line improvements. Oh, watch out, Dad. D-Ram is back. Yeah, we definitely need some O-line improvements. And more importantly, we need depth because every single season, our O-line is injured. Someone is getting injured on that offensive line. And considering that you just paid your QB $100 million and he's the most important investment on that team, yeah, I would think protecting him is a priority. So I wouldn't be surprised if they get somebody if they trade for somebody, but I wouldn't even be more surprised if they wind up getting somebody from the draft. But it's going to be interesting considering how many problems the offense had last year. And considering that we usually have been going, God, for how many years our first pick has been with defense. I mean, I think it's going to happen again, but maybe the Saints they'll pick something a little bit different. We'll see. Maybe they'll go a little bit different. Did I ship out your stuff yet? Yes, I did. Yesterday, all of the comedy albums went out, and today all of the shirts went out. So everything is on its way. So hopefully you guys will get it by next week. I hope you enjoy that stuff as I cry before the shipping. Was releasing Jordy Nelson a good idea? Business-wise, yes. Business-wise, you had to. He was getting $11 million. Cobb was getting 10.5, and we had just re-signed Devontae Adams for 10. So can't pay $30 million for 3 wide receivers. It's true, Ray. Tanyan's first class was a TD. That is nothing but truth. Nothing but truth. Okay, let's see. Sorry. There's things happening. What do you think about Freddie Kitchens? His name is starting to pop up a little bit more, and I love his last name. So, without getting into the actual player breakdown, because we'll talk about Kitchens, I would get it just so I can have a jersey that has Kitchen on it. I think I would enjoy that. Just like everyone's just buying the De Beer jersey. So, but yeah, we'll do something on Kitchens. Rodney with a $5 donation saying, do the defense need a Dexter Lawrence type of nose tackle to stop the run and open things up for Martinez and Burke? Great question. Do we need a nose tackle? Well, I think if you look at our D-line right now, and let's just say we keep Muhammad Wilkerson, the fact that you have Mike Daniels, you have Kenny Clark, obviously we're missing BJ Raji because, he retired because I think he's retired I think his family had medical issues, but I don't think it would hurt, but I don't think that's the number one priority. I think you need to get an edge rusher first, and then maybe in some of the later rounds, you can start looking at nose tackles. But I think the defensive line where it is right now, I think it's good. And good God, Kenny Clark, man, what a freaking stud. Seriously, a stud. Hunter with $1.99. Who's your defensive rookie of the year or awards in general? God. Let's see. Again, offensive rookie of the year, I think, has to go to Saquon Barkley. He played phenomenally. Defensive rookie of the year, Denzel Ward was playing really well before he got hurt. But I think Chubb from the Broncos, he had a really, really good year. And then when it comes to MVP, it's either Mahomes or Aaron Donald. The defense never gets it, so I give it to Donald just for the giggles. But good God, what's his face? Mahomes is just out of this world. And it'd be pretty cool for him to go to the Super Bowl. He deserves it. I mean, just like with this kind of season that he had, and me including doubting the Chiefs of like, did they make the right decision trading Alex Smith? They definitely did. Chad with $1.99 donation says, if I had to, what NFC North jersey would you rep? And if it wasn't the Packers? Ooh. If I had to wear an opposing team's jersey and it wasn't the Green Bay Packers, damn, from the NFC North. That's tough. I hate them all so much. So much. Do I go with someone harmless on the Lions? Or do I go with someone on the Vikings? Right now, I'm looking at wide receivers. Like Galladay, like, I don't care about him. So I feel like it would just be like wearing, like a dress. No one would really care. The Bears, I mean, Mac is obviously a monster. Maybe wear his. Allen Robinson, because maybe he's not like a full-blooded Bear yet. Maybe he's got some Jaguar tendencies still in there, so I wouldn't feel so dirty. Or do I go really dirty and go Adam Thielen, because I love the way that he yelled at Kirk Cousins? Oh, I just solved my own question. A Kirk Cousins jersey to constantly remind them that they wasted $84 million. And second pick, Jay Cutler. Vikings, Larry Fitzgerald? I don't think so. I think he's going to retire as a Cardinal, I think. Thoughts on Carson Wentz? Nothing's changed. They'll get rid of Foles. I was talking to my buddy about this the other day, about if Foles led them to another Super Bowl title. Like, what do you do? Because that guy just won back-to-back Super Bowls for you. But Carson Wentz, I think, is the future there. Do I like Aaron Jones or Jamal Williams better? Definitely Jones. So we'll see. I'll do a video on Freddie Kitchens, the Cleveland coach. Yeah, why not? I love Freddie Kitchens. The fact that he came up from within the Cleveland Browns to be their head coach and now has a last name of Kitchens. I love him. I love him so much. Get in the kitchen. Speaking of, where's Jade? Just kidding. Don't tell her I said that. All right, let's see. Oh, God, there's so many things happening. Okay. Procini with a $1.99 donation asking if he be a mod. I respect the hustle. If you come to the championship games, yes. Cameron with 99-cent donation with no question. Thank you. Appreciate it. McGiggle Mouse with a $9.99 donation saying, can you make fan reaction videos weekly? If not, or so, can you make a video of you just going Grassy Posse Packer Nation for 10 hours on loop? I mean, so far since the season, they have been weekly. Because we did the Packers, then we did the Vikings, then we did the Lions, then we did the Bears, then we did the Steelers. And so this week will be the Browns/Eagles. So yeah, we've been releasing them every single week. I'll do it for at least the next few weeks. Yeah, they've been fun to do. So we'll see. I know a lot of people want to see their teams. A lot of people want to see it. I know. Not football related. How long you been vegan for? 2 years. Did it for animals, moral reasons, and because it was 2018 or 2017 back then, it just wasn't necessary for me to do it anymore to eat meat. And then main components, I literally eat like everything that's the same, just the fake plant versions of it. Mac and cheese. There's bacon in there still. Eggplant parm, chicken parm. Now I'm hungry. Get a Parky jersey. Good call, Ray. Make the playoffs next season, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't. I really wouldn't be surprised if they don't. I want them to, of course. $2. Please wear a hat for me. Fine. Yes, I like this hat. It's a good hat. I like it. Oh, God, the hair. And this is why I don't wear hats, because I look even more like a 13-year-old. But I did it for you, I did it for you. All right, back on the wall for another 6 years. Let's see. Want to make sure I didn't miss any. Is Jade your wife or sister? Yes. Let's see. Any updates on the Cards Against Humanity? Once this season's over, I'll start shifting to things non-football related. Let's see. Opinion on the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're about to lose some talented guys, but I think they'll be okay because they have some depth. Regular $2 donation says a Parky jersey for the win. Yep. Path to all 32 teams fan reaction videos. I don't think I could literally survive doing all 32 teams. I get lots of views, but I don't know if I'd literally be able to survive. We'll see. Let's see what we got here. Boom. Free agency wide receivers. I don't think so. Yeah, I heard the same thing, Ray. I just hope nothing but the best. Have I wore each of my hats at least once? No, definitely not. Definitely not. No, I just buy them because I like them. Cameron Burns for $1.99 says, are you scared of Coquan Hicks and Mac for the next 5 years? I look, I'm like, what the hell is he saying? Am I scared? Let's put it this way, bud. I'm not looking forward to it, and neither is Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. Mac is just on another level, and Hicks with Mac, I'm not a fan. I respect it, but God, do I hate it. Definitely hate it. I died. $20 donation. Thank you, buddy. Saying thanks, Tom. Last donation. Well, thank you. I'm glad the hat could do that for you. Raiders going to Las Vegas, disaster or something that will work out in the end. I mean, they've been trying to get a team in Vegas for how long? I feel like the NFL is constantly trying to do too much too soon. They have games in Mexico. They have a bunch of games now in London. Now, LA is getting 2 teams. So we'll have them, I think, was the stadium ready like next year. And then Vegas, I don't know. But then again, like I heard the Raiders stadium is like just not good. So I get the move. It's a big market. And I mean, you'll sell out games because of people like going back and forth to Vegas for Vegas. But at the same time, is it going to be one of those scenarios where you don't really have a dedicated fan base because everyone's a transplant kind of thing? Ooh, transplant. Shout out to She Said TV. Hazard with a $1.99 donation said, do you think the Lions will ever be good? Well, I remember back in my day. Oh, wait, they weren't. No, Barry Sanders. Unless Barry Sanders comes back. But yeah, to be completely honest, I don't know what's wrong with the Lions. They should be good, or at the very least competitive. And I know Tom 31-0. I'm fully aware. Yep, I get it. But consistently good. You think Matt Patricia can maybe turn it around? Like I can't identify the problem because Stafford, is fine. They have some wide receiver talent. The secondary could use some work. Them losing Ziggy Ansah is going to hurt. I don't know. It's just, I feel like once you fill one hole, there's just another one. I don't know when they're going to be good. Let's sign Eddie Lacy as an O-line player. Oh, true story. Trubisky will be a great quarterback. I think he'll be a passable quarterback, which currently that's all the Bears really need with that defense. So we shall see. Not going to do it, but how much for you to wear a Golden Tate jersey? I really don't care how much you donate to me. I will never wear a Golden Tate jersey. And I mean that. You could give me $1 million in cold hard cash. And we're like, Tom, if you invest this, you never have to work again. And you could do your podcast full time and you could quit your job and you could do whatever you want in the world. I still wouldn't wear a Golden Tate jersey because screw that guy. It was offensive pass interference and you didn't catch the ball. So that's my much. Pro Senior with $1.99. What if Eagles get fly, Eagles fly? They'll be a better team. It's going to hurt their cap, though. Considering they already had to cut people, I don't know. I died with a $10 donation out of nowhere. Just kidding. Here's more money. Well, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Much appreciated. If you let me know, like donate 99 cents or something, or I'll try to see you or tag me in something and I'll put on another hat if you want. You can tell me which hat you want me to wear. There's also some on that wall, but you can't see it. So they were good in the 1950s. They should be good. Like they really should be good. Cameron with another one, $1.99 donation said, talk and say a serious argument of why True Goatski is better than Aaron Rodgers. Well, here's the thing. You said some words that don't go together. One, serious, and that Trubisky's better than Rodgers. Trubisky has more help on his team than Rodgers has ever had. Because Trubisky has an elite defense. Rodgers has never had an elite defense. Even when he won the Super Bowl, what made them great was their turnovers. I don't think they were elite, though. So, yeah. Trubisky's defense, much better than Rodgers' defense. That's the bottom line, because Grassi said so. Not a Packers fan, but who is the player you want the most to go to Green Bay? I'm not gonna lie, I would love to see Honey Badger there. I think he's a damn freaking good player. Him, Landon Collins is coming off a shoulder injury, but he would even be really good. But I really have kind of gotten on the hype train for Honey Badger. I love the way he plays, and I love the influence he is on the locker room. I really do. Do you think the Giants will franchise tag Collins? It's possible. I wouldn't be terribly surprised. Really wouldn't be. Edgar will do draft prospects in the near future. Don't you worry. There'll be plenty of that. Don't you worry. Yep, we're streaming both championship games on Sunday. McGiggle, $1.99. How was your day, Thomas? Long. I went to bed at midnight last night because of the video I put out late because I refused to let the streak die. But I got 5 hours sleep and then did a full day of teaching. So tired. But glad I'm doing this. This is going really well. And I appreciate you all for being here. I'm really enjoying this. Not a potato. What are you then? What a $2 donation says, what were your playoff picks? I picked the Saints and the Patriots to win these two games. I was 4-0 last week. So, and yeah, I think I could go 0-2 this weekend. I really don't know who's going to win. I think the Patriots are going to tear up the Chiefs defense, but it's going to be cold as balls outside. And I think the Rams could win and make Breeze's life a living hell. But I still went with my gut there. I went with a Drew Brees, Tom Brady Super Bowl. Am I going to be right? I haven't been right much this season, so why start now? Let's see. What's the percentage of us getting Honey Badger? I actually kind of like our chances. Don't be surprised if Goot decides to go crazy during the free agency. And by go crazy, I mean actually sign somebody. Let's see. Panthers will ever win a Super Bowl. They have Christian McCaffrey. But other than that, no. And of course, Luke Kuechly. But let's see. $5 and then it stepped on me from iDot again. All right, mate. Please go wear the cheese head. I gotta get up for that one. All right, please hold. Your call is very important to us. All right, the cheese from Lambeau Field. Fun fact about this cheese head is I actually didn't buy this cheese head. My longtime barber, like my childhood barber, knew that I was a Packers fan. This is before I'd ever been out to Lambeau Field. So this is when I was still growing up. One of his clients that he cut his hair for was a businessman and went to Lambeau and he told him to buy me this cheese head. Still smells like victory and a little bit like mold. Yes. It just feels so right. Even though I'm allergic to it in real life. It just feels so right. So right. So right. All right, let's see. Ava with a $4.99 donation says, will Matt LaFleur make the cover over the naked ESPN issue? Best comment of the day. I hope so. I hope he's in the bikini issue. And if he's not, he damn well should be. And ESPN, call me. I was on NBC. Let's see. Do I identify as a toaster? Depends. Depends. Love your reaction to the seasons video. Appreciate it. Very much appreciate it. Ava, that was a top 10. Top 10. I got my cheesehead. The guy asked me to. Thoughts on the Breeze Rodgers debate? Both have been shafted by defense over the course of the career, unlike a certain other player. Yeah. Breeze is phenomenal. Breeze is really I think obviously a top 5 talent in today's NFL, first ballot Hall of Famer. If there's anything though that he has had the edge over with Rodgers is that he has had, solid running games before, whether it's Ingram, whether it's Kamara. Obviously Kamara is new, but he's had someone that he can rely on the ball to. He's also had a tight end besides Jermichael Finley for those couple years. Rodgers never had a tight end that he could throw to like Jimmy Graham was for him and essentially making his career. I mean, they always seem to get these big time wide receivers as well. So, I think him and Rodgers are similar with the wide receiver debate, but tight end and running game, Breeze has definitely had over him by far. Let's see. Would I stream the Pro Bowl if it meant Nick Bosa would fall to 12? I don't see those things ever being correlated, so no. $1.99 from Man. Beautiful profile pic. How do you think the Falcons will do next year? I think the Falcons are going to do much better. Look at that. The hair's still perfect. They're going to do better because they fired Steve Sarkisian. I think it needed to happen last year. I think he limited Matt Ryan's potential. And that's another team. Their offense is so explosive. They should be much better than they were this year. I think they can definitely have a bounce back season by far. Let's see what we got here. Scrolling. Cry into it like we lost to the Ravens 21-0. You could check that out every single time on the the intro. Procini with $1.99 says get wrecked. Who am I getting wrecked by? I don't know. Injury reports for videos. That would be amazing and really cool. Like do like a whole video on injury reports. I mean, I usually do that like the day of the stream and tell you who's going to be hurt. Do I know Breeze has never won an MVP? Yeah, he deserves to. That man's a legend. That man's really damn good at his job. Will I miss McCarthy? No. Even if we tank this year? No. Definitely not. Thanks, studio. Appreciate it. Why does it show my name in blue and doesn't show the tool icon? I don't know. I see the tool icon right next to you. Let's see. Bears Super Bowl contenders next year? I think so. I do, unfortunately, for my soul. Banana Hammock would bring all the women to the Packers fan base. Damn straight, Ray. And me. Can I solve a Rubik's Cube? No, I can't. What are my religious beliefs? Do whatever makes you happy, kids, except murdering people. Don't do that. Whatever you need to believe in to make you a better person, go for it. Do I think trading Jordy was the reason why the Packers were so bad? No, I think it's a lot deeper issues than just the Jordy Nelson issue. But I think that a lot of people put it on Jordy Nelson because it's an easy answer. I don't think there's any easy answers for the Packers right now at all. So we'll see. I teach social studies, psych, Global 9 honors, AP, European history. $2 donation. I love myself. Good. You should. You should love yourself. What happened to the draft picks, Burks and Madison? Oh, Cole Madison? I have no idea. Disappeared off the face of the earth. And then you're talking about Oren Burks? He got hurt. If we have another losing season, do we start a fringe podcast on a football coast toast to toast? Daniel, I really approve and appreciate that wordplay. I really, really do. Let's see. Gopher? No. And I don't like that question. Garbage. Any of my students sub to me? Yeah, I had a former student come up to me yesterday. She might be watching right now. I don't know. Hey, a former student come up to me yesterday going, so can you do a fan reaction to the Seattle Seahawks? It caught me completely off guard, and it was glorious. Completely. Ian, that's your credit card information? Hope not. Not potato, $2. Should we trade for Antonio or Le'Veon? No, definitely not for Le'Veon. Antonio, I would also say no. Definitely no. How do I feel about the Packers being a tank bowl? Urinating tree? Not terribly surprised. Not at all. The Seahawks would be amazing. Oh God, that's the first time I'd ever actually say that out loud. Gross. Where do I see Kyler Murray going? The Giants. I think a lot of people are starting to predict he's going to go there. Considering they didn't pull the trigger on a QB last year, I think they're going to do it now. So yes, my students know I'm a Packers fan. On my ID tag, there's a big Packers emblem. So you can't miss it. Can't miss it. All right. I was going to stop doing this at 8:00 and we've gone over our time and I gotta I still got to record and stuff for tomorrow. I doubt a $5 donation says, do the Grossi Posse Packer Nation. I think that's what you meant. Not possible. Damn autocorrect. Grossi Posse Packer Nation. Love it. Love it. It's the greatest thing I ever do. How much to keep the secret you revealed in the mod chat? I don't know what you're talking about, Luke. I don't know what you're talking about. Can you do a Bears accent for the rest of the stream? I'm pretty sure everyone in this stream, including myself, would take a bath with a toaster. So, yeah. Brian with a $2 donation, no question, but thank you very much. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. It looks like you hate the Seahawks. Why is it? Because the NFC Championship? Yep. And the Fail Mary. Yep. Oh, I didn't hear that about Cole Madison. So Ray just posted his teammate committed suicide and was found to have advanced CTE. Very sad story. Jeez. That's holy crap. That's brutal. Yeah, I did not know that. Okay, I can completely understand him not playing the sport. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I hate the Seahawks. I hate them. More fan reactions coming tomorrow and Saturday. So, yikes. So, all right. I think we're good. I think we're good. All right, hold on. Oh no, don't start this again. $1.99 donation from Will Dawson saying, "Go Patriots." Come on, Will. Do you ever get tired of winning like 8 straight AFC Championship games? Like, come on. Does it get boring at all? It doesn't. It definitely doesn't. $2 donation. Do you appreciate me? Of course, I appreciate every single one of you. Every single one of you. So yeah, well, tomorrow will be the Browns fan reaction video. I'll try to get that out early, probably like around 5:30 Eastern. I'm hoping to get that out. I still got to record it and edit it and all that stuff. And then the Eagles one will be out on Saturday. So we'll have a grand old time with that, making those, and that'll be good. But yeah, I think this is it. This is a great Q&A. Definitely during the off season, we'll do more of these as it starts getting dark and dreary. We're definitely going to have some off season content as well. That won't be just completely football related, which you could decide to tune out of. I would completely understand. But Colby, what's going on? But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for participating. Thank you for all the donations. iDot with a $2 donation. I love you too. Thank you. Megago with $1.99. I love you too. See you tomorrow in the comments, buddy boy. Looking forward to it. But yeah, no, thank you guys so much for watching and coming to the stream. Really, really appreciate it. You make this Packer guy feel quite loved, and it makes the exhaustion quite worth it. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. And as always, go Pack, go. No donations, no donations, no donations. Go.